Let's talk about January 2026. A single, calculated act of sabotage plunged one of Europe's biggest capital cities into a crippling crisis that lasted for 5 straight days.
You know, one resident said it best. They called it unthinkable, worse than the Middle Ages. I mean, that really captures the raw shock, right? The feeling of a completely modern city being thrown back in time.
Okay, let's jump right in. We're going to cover the absolute essentials for surviving an extreme cold emergency. Listen closely, because this information could literally save your life.
So, picture this. Your power cuts out for 2 full days, and it's 10 degrees below freezing outside. Sounds scary? It is. Without a plan, a situation like that can be deadly.
All right, so what's your first move? The most critical thing you can do is concentrate whatever heat you have, and you're going to do that by creating what we call a warm room.
Think of this as your survival hub. First, pick a small room, preferably one without any outside walls. Then, you've got to hunt down every single draft and seal it up. Use towels, blankets, whatever you've got to block that cold air from sneaking in.
Now get this, just by sealing that room, the body heat from 4 people alone can raise the temperature by 2 to 3 degrees Celsius. That might not sound like a lot, but believe me, it can be the difference between being uncomfortable and dangerous hypothermia.
So your space is secure. Now let's talk about keeping you warm. It all comes down to one simple idea: the 3-layer rule.
And here's the most crucial part. What you're wearing matters. A lot. Wool and synthetics are great. They pull moisture away from your skin and keep you warm. But cotton is your enemy. It holds on to sweat and just makes you colder. Seriously, you have to avoid it.
But while you're trying to get warm, you have to be aware of a silent killer that could be in the room with you: carbon monoxide.
Yeah, they call it the silent killer for a reason. You can't see it, you can't smell it, and it's created anytime you burn fuel. And this is a huge mistake people make. You can never, ever use a charcoal grill or a gas stove for heat inside your home. They create deadly levels of CO. It's just not worth the risk.
Look, this is why a battery-operated carbon monoxide detector isn't just a good idea. It is absolutely mandatory for survival. It's non-negotiable. So all of this really leads us to one simple truth. Preparation is everything.
So remember this, okay? The work you do in normal times is what will determine if you survive in a crisis.